Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 8. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And just by me reading that scripture, you already know what type of video this is going to be. This is pretty much geared to you women, because you have brothers in this truth that's constantly warning women of their attitudes and the way they conduct themselves here in Babylon the Great. They've been held down and pretty much supported by Babylon the Great, by their unruly behavior. It's all been supported and not held accountable. We don't do videos on women to bash them and bring them down. If they feel that way, then that's something they got to deal with. The Lord didn't tell us to be nice to the point where we spare someone's feelings. We're not sparing anybody's feelings. If you're doing something wrong, we're gonna tell you. Right? If you're going off and against what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has told you to, do, then we're gonna let it be known. And if you still are rebellious, then that means that you hate the Lord, man. So we hate you. That's men or women. It don't matter. And nobody perishes being innocent, man. Everybody is in sin in this setup. We're all born into sin in this setup, right? We go off every day, but the difference between us and this truth, and you can say some men in the world or whatever, but I'm mainly talking about us that are in this truth, because you have women that are in this truth that are trying, right? The same way you have men that are trying, but you have women that are 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trying to serve two masters. That's not going to work. The same with men. But as for the women, these women are really not held accountable in this society. When they're told to be held accountable, they deflect. So we're living in the time where the Lord is stepping in and straight judging any and everybody who does not do what's commanded of him. And when I say them, I'm talking about the nation of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Because I brought out, it's a lot here for the rant, but I got to kind of land my plane or whatever. But in the lives and in past videos, not just me, but other brothers have, expressed their, frustrations on how our women act in this society. And you always get oh, don't bash us, and I'm not like that, and this and that. If you're not like that, then it don't apply to you. If it don't apply, let it fly. One thing about this word is that it cuts, right? to the marrow, as it tells you in the book of I believe it's John, or it could be Matthew. What it said, let me get it real quick. This is I always get that mixed. I always get scriptures mixed up kind of in John and Matthew. You know. This is Shalakia, bear with me 1 second. Two edge. Man, I can't find it. Shalakia. Man, Shalakia. Trying to find it 1 second. Man, how does that scripture go? Huh? I'm kind of brain fog right now. But I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna get it. Let me play this first because, like I said, we're living in a time of judgment on you women, and you know this is because you're full of pride and can't nobody tell you nothing. So the Lord is going to the Lord's going to judge you for it. So check this out. I got 2 clips.
And new tonight, family and friends are remembering a Hall County woman who was shot and killed this month. Good evening, I'm Wendy Corona. George Estevez is off. This right here is 44-year-old Tia Keith. Her final moments captured on surveillance video inside of a convenience store. Police say her ex-boyfriend killed her in the store in Gainesville. And those who knew her say she was a devoted daughter, successful business owner, and someone who touched countless lives. Channel 2's Susan Hendricks is live in Hall County, where loved ones are honoring the woman they say meant so much to so many. Susan.
Yes, she really did, Wendy. And Tia Keith moved here after high school with a dream of opening her own hair salon, of having a life that friends and family would be proud of. She did just that and so much more. But on July 16th, police say her ex-boyfriend shot and killed her at that convenience store, just 4 miles from where I'm standing, the church where her funeral will be held tomorrow. But her friends and family again saying, look, we want to focus on the life that she lived, who she was.
Such ambition when she came here. She already had a plan, like she wanted to excel in life and make our family proud. And she has always made us proud.
Tia Keith built a successful career as a hairstylist, earning loyal.
Salakia. I was off, man. I was way off. It's in Hebrews 4:12. It says, for the word of the Most High Power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints of marrow, and is the discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. So when you bring this word out to a lot of women and a lot of men, they get all bent out of shape, man. They want to fight. They get emotional. They start yelling, cursing, lying, calling the cops, throwing stuff. And, because this word, man, it cuts deep. So, these women, they're filled with pride, like what you just heard, man. This woman right here, she got, judged by an ex-boyfriend. She was a business owner and this and that. But I'm telling you, these women, man, especially the so-called black women, man, they are demonic. right? They it's like they go through the city just, you know, destroying people, man. You know, and the whole world is waking up to it. And a lot of these Jakes out here, they can't handle it because, you know, Jake feel like he done so much, right? Jake feel like he done so much, and I'm gonna play it back. Feel like he done so much for these women, and next thing you know, Eve get a little something, and she dissed Jake, man. She tell him, I don't need you no more. Get up out of here. And Jake leave, battered and bruised, and a lot of these Jakes, they can't deal with it. So, listen, man, like I said, man, nobody ever perished being innocent. And one one person that is definitely not innocent is you damn women here in Babylon the Great. So I'm gonna play it back.
Woman who was shot and killed this month. Good evening, I'm Wendy Corona. George Estevez is off. This right here is 44-year-old Tia Keith. Her final moments captured on surveillance video inside of a convenience store. Police say her ex-boyfriend killed her in the store in Gainesville. And those who knew her say she was a devoted daughter, successful business owner, and someone who touched countless lives. Channel 2.
And they'll always put her up there like she's this saint. Like, oh man, she was just this great person. She would give you the shirt off her back. You can always count on her. You see the damn signature woman, man.
Channel 2 Susan Hendricks is live in Hall County, where loved ones are honoring the woman they say meant so much to so many. Susan.
Yes, she really did, Wendy. And Tia Keith.
Signature woman in Babylon. This is definitely the look that is definitely the look to stay away from in Babylon, man. The fake everything, eyelashes, eyebrows, makeup, fake hair, all that stuff. It's best to just stay away from women like that, man.
Moved here after high school with a dream of opening her own hair salon, of having a life that friends and family would be proud of. She did just that and so much more. But on July 16th, police say her ex-boyfriend shot and killed her at that convenience store just 4 miles from where I'm standing, the church where her funeral will be held tomorrow. But her friends and family again saying, look, we want to focus on the life that she lived, who she was.
Such ambition when she came here. She already had a plan, like she wanted to excel in life and make our family proud. And she has always made us proud.
Tia Keith built a successful career as a hairstylist, earning loyal clients who became like family. Her father says she was and always will be the center of his world.
She was always a daddy's girl. And I just loved her to death. She was just the light of my life.
The community is still trying to process what happened on Thursday, July 16th, when investigators say Tia Keith was shot by her ex-boyfriend outside of a local convenience store and continued to shoot as she ran in.
And this is Jake right here, man. You can look at him, tattoo on the neck and all that stuff. Not saying brother is wicked if he got a tattoo on the neck, but Jake be out of his mind, man. But this is the type of dudes that Eve like, right? This dude probably was in and out of jail or whatever. It tells you in the scripture that a wicked woman is given as portion to a wicked man, right? So pretty much it's gonna be flipped too. A wicked man is given to a wicked woman. Their spirits are gonna be alike. So, yeah, man.
Side.
It hurt the city of Gainesville, period, and all her loved ones.
Surveillance footage shows her trying to get away and the clerk ducking behind the counter as he calls 911.
Great loss.
Antoine Simtel Thurman was arrested a week later at a motel and charged with malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault.
I was just in there, people walking by, looking at the setup that we have in there, and they were just breaking out in tears.
Friends and family filled the Wimberley Funeral Home to remember a woman they say poured her heart into every person she met.
Very glamorous, sweet-hearted, smart.
Channel 2 Susan Hendricks joins us live again from Hall County. So Susan, she tried to get away. She couldn't. Now her family will lay her to rest tomorrow. But what happens next with the suspect?
Yeah, it is so sad seeing those final moments. We obviously aren't showing all of that. With the suspect, I mentioned the charges. With a malice murder charge, it is standard, Wendy, for a grand jury to hear that, to decide whether to indict after that. He will be arraigned. We will hear a plea of guilty or not guilty. This could take several weeks, though. And I spoke to, just a short time ago, Charlotte, her cousin, Tia's cousin, and she said they haven't heard about a court date. So it could be any time. But again, it could take several weeks, maybe even months before we hear a date. Wendy.
All right, we will continue to follow this one. And of course, thinking about the family as they lay her to rest tomorrow. Thank you.
So, yeah, man. And that is ultimately the judgment. You know, like I don't know what went on. You know, but obviously it said it was her ex. So maybe the breakup was messy, and Jay couldn't take it, and you know he got a demonic spirit on him that made him put forth this act. And this is going to be the case for a lot of people, a lot of you women, and a lot of men in Babylon, man. Because you're rebellious, you're proud, you're demonic, you're all in with Babylon. So you're going to have to, you're going to get that reward. You see the woman, you heard the woman, she's trying to make a name, she's trying to excel in life. This fucking life this ain't living, man. Right? You chasing a dream. This whole place is about to go down, man. This place has done a number on people, man, especially our people. This is why brothers be like, because like I said earlier, these women, especially these women in the West, but especially the so-called black woman, she's been found out. Right? Everybody is hip to her game. That's why everybody is just like you hear a lot of brothers saying, just stay away from her, man. And don't get on the comment board and say, oh, how you know it was her fault? It was her fault, man. Because, like you women always say, I made the choice to be with him. All right, so that's the choice you made. Right? And and your choices can bring you, judgments like this. Because can't no man just say, all right, we're going to be together. And a woman just be, okay. That woman has to choose too. Right? So, yeah. She got to be, she's guilty of something. Right? She's at fault for something. Not saying that she knew this was going to happen. Of course, she didn't know. If she knew he was capable of this, she wouldn't have chosen him. She wouldn't have been with him. But hey, man, she played her part in this too. Right? She played her part in this too. So this is what happens, man. And then you got this one. Right? This was going viral through social media. It says ring camera catches woman being attacked by ex-boyfriend outside of her home after breakup. So, Jake he's on a rampage, against you women, man, because a lot of you women, you get in these relationships with Jake and you show no respect, right? You downplay him, you degrade him. Right? You're rebellious. You hear women all the time. You can't tell me what to wear. You can't tell me where to go. You can't tell me what to do. But yeah, I want to get married. It don't work like that, man. The order of the Lord is Yahweh Shah, the man, the woman, and the children. That's the order, man. You damn women, you don't jump to the top. right? The scriptures tell you a lot of you going to be trotting down like the Maya in the street because you're fucking demons, man. And Salakia for the language. I'm trying to control my language, but you know, sometimes you got to go there, man, because you know the scriptures tell you pride is going to bring you low. Pride, those that are proud, they're going to be brought low and humble, and those that be proud are going to get destruction, man. Right? So you got this right here. So I'm gonna play this because Jake was going in on him, man. Check it out, and you know, what is it, man? Fair use. You know, YouTube, we know how you get down, man. Fair use. Salakia. Oh, it went off. Salakia. 1 second. Let me see if it goes. It might not even let me play it. Oh, it might. Okay. Let's see something. Okay. I'm not going to play, you know, I ain't going to play the sound. But it's pretty much, you know, you see what's going on, man. And I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying she deserved this. You know, Jake is out of his damn mind, man. I'm not saying she deserved this. These Jakes, they wild, man. And you can't reason with a Jake like this. The same way Eve is a damn demon, you got Jake out here being a nigga. Right? So, yeah, man. I don't even want to really continue it. But yeah, Jake, he kind of went in on him, man. So I'm gonna just stop it there. But you see what was going on. And yeah, man. Jake is, you know, in his feelings, and Eve is just playing with his feelings. So this is kind of the result, man. But it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. If you women don't come up under a man of the Lord, it's not going to look too good for you, man. It's not looking too good for you. This is Micah 7:10. I'm going to close out. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Like, where's your power? Where is he? You know, making fun. Where is your sky daddy? It says, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as a Maya in the street, man. So soon it's going to come from Jake, you know, throwing blows to, you know, a lot more Jakes doing what you seen in the last clip. You know, just putting her back in the spirit world. So you better take hold of this word and hear the words of the Lord, man. Like I read in the first, you know, in the intro. You know, so I'm gonna close out there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect was other Father, when to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Till the next lesson. Shalom.